Everyone, welcome back to our FM17 European Journeyman series, and we are now on the eve of the January transfer window, which is an opportunity to try and strengthen this squad a little bit further. You may remember last time out we were still in 4th place in the league, but we were only 1 point clear of Celta Vigo, Malaga and Villarreal and Real Sociedad all hot on the tail as well. Sevilla not that far behind us, just 4 points between 4th and 9th place. Shows the work that we've still got to do. It was a pretty poor run of games, especially the last 3 league games, with a draw against Barcelona the only real highlight. We managed to come back from 2-0 down to level things up in the 89th minute against Real Sociedad, which saved us another point, especially as they were one of our rivals for this top 4 position. But it was all that home defeat against Sporting Gijon that really damaged us. They were in 19th place when we lost that game. So we've got a lot of work to do. We are taking on the bottom club away, which will be a tough game because they'll be fighting for points. Then we've got Real Madrid home and away in the Copa del Rey before taking on Malaga at home and Deportivo La Coruña at home before Celta Vigo away. So it's a good chance to pick up some points in the league, but we need to make sure we're on top of our game. We have to finish in the top 4 this season. That's the only real option. Otherwise, it's going to take so long to try and catch up with the teams at the top. For today's match, we've got a pretty strong team going out there with Munir, Depay and Nani in the front 3. Then it's Medran, Delph, Parejo in the middle, and Gaia, Mangala, Garay and Cancelo making up the back 4. There is some transfer news to tell you about, but we'll do that after this game once the January transfer window is open and we've got a couple of fresh faces into the squad. Diego Alves puts the ball forward to Medran. It's come to Memphis. Munir on the ball now. Medran. Munir. Delph switches out brilliantly for Gaia. He's got 3 in the box to aim for. He finds Munir at the near post, and there's the lead. It's taken 55 minutes to come, but we have got it. Gaia sends the ball to Medran. Now pulls it back to Memphis. Munir to Gaia. 4-5 players in the box. He finds Delph, but that's a poor header. Well, there's a full-time whistle, and we've once again made hard work of beating a team that we should be beating very comfortably. It is 3 points on the board. It gives us another victory, finally breaking that run of 3 games without a win in the league. And hopefully we can kick on in 2017 and get further up this table. Well, the January transfer window has opened as we prepare to take on Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. We will take a look at those transfers first, though, and there's quite a bit going on at the moment. We don't have much wage budget left, but I am trying to bring in a few of the players. For now, it's worth noting that we've sold Matthew Ryan to Dinamo Kiev for 5.25 million, and our other backup goalkeeper, Juan Domenech, he's gone to Lazio for 4.4. We also sold Rodrigo for £7.5 million. He was not really getting in the team. I didn't expect him to do so anytime soon, certainly not as a first 11 player. And it's allowed us to bring in 2 big signings from Hamburg SV. The first one is Alan Halilovic, who's a very good right winger. He's only 20 years old, he's Croatian, but he's got a lot of room to develop and become a real top quality player. I think that he will be challenging Nani down that right side along with Bakale. We've also got Gregoric. I'm not sure how you pronounce that. Maybe let me know in the comments. He's a player who will be playing up front for us. He's not the best in the world, but he does have more room to develop. He didn't cost us very much money either. £12.5 million for a young striker is not bad. And I think he has a better potential ability than the coach currently thinks he has. My scout certainly thought he was a 5-star ability player. So we'll have to see how they develop. They've come in at the same time from the same club, and I think that they will blend together quite well. They're not going to start in this match against Real Madrid, but they are on the bench if we need them. The rest of the team is pretty much as it was before. Thiago is going to start in the centre of the field with Medran and Parejo. The back 4 and front 3 are the same as before. Montoya to Abdenor. Now Gaia. He's taking the ball down the left flank. He's got 2 Real Madrid players with him. Instead, he plays it into Thiago. There's Nani into Munir, who scores against Real Madrid to give us a lead inside 4 minutes. Parejo forward to Munir. He's having a run. He seems to be playing well today. As I say that, he loses the ball. Gareth Bale is coming down the left flank. Parejo cuts the ball out. Thiago back to Nani. Good ball over the top. Munir is onto this. He's in behind the defence, and Casilla makes a save. Munir in a good position. Holds the ball up. There's Parejo onto Thiago. Munir slips it through. Perez is in on goal. Perez has made it 2-0. We are leading Real Madrid in the Copa del Rey. Gareth Bale looking to create something. He slips it through for Morata, who's in on goal. He's got a man over. It's Benzema, and Diego Alves couldn't keep it out. Real Madrid have got one back. Perez finds Memphis. Now Munir. Excellent touch past the defender. Still going Munir. The ball's come for Halilovic, who goes for goal. And Halilovic, on his debut, has scored an absolute screamer to put us 3-1 up against Real Madrid. Halilovic to Thiago. Now Memphis. Back to Perez. Little slip ball through, and Gregoric is onto it. He's in on goal. Tried to chip Garcia. It would have been brilliant if our two new signings had both scored on their debut against Real Madrid. Well, this has been an absolute masterclass of our performance from a team. 3-1 win over Real Madrid, the biggest result that we've had as manager of this club. And it sets us up well for the away match at the Bernabeu. We need to try and hold on, not get beat in that game, and we will go through to the next round of the Copa del Rey. Well, we have rotated the squad a bit for this match at home against Malaga. Malaga, one of the teams chasing us down in the run for the 4th place of the Champions League. With the game against Real Madrid in a few days' time, I didn't want to play the same team that beat them. I wanted to rest a few players. It could backfire, but I think it's worth the risk given that the Copa del Rey is one of our only, well, now our only chance of winning a bit of silverware in our first season. The team is still pretty strong. Depay is joined by Gregoric with Halilovic on the right flank. Perez, Delph, Mario Suarez make up the midfield. Then Sequeira, Abdenor, Garay and Montoya are across the back line with Diego Alves in goal. Mario Suarez to Perez. Now Memphis finds Gregoric. He can't slip the ball through, and Llorente can maybe come away with it. Torres to Churi. He's lost out to Montoya. Halilovic on the ball. Plays it into the middle. Perez is there. Now Memphis out to Delph. Halilovic again. Takes the ball to the byline, puts it in, and Gregoric can't quite get the goal. Delph. Across to Perez. Now Memphis. He's got Garay out to his left. It's Gregoric instead, who slips it through. Fabian Delph's in on goal. It's a great save from Kameni. Montoya. Across to Halilovic. We're in need of this goal soon. It's Delph. Back to Suarez. Now Parejo. Does find Delph in a good area. Halilovic. Just hanging back a bit too far. Parejo, sent all the way back to Garay. Now Memphis, through to Delph. Halilovic slips the ball through. Parejo's in on goal and can't beat Kameni still. We're into the 90th minute of added time, of normal time rather. The ball being cleared out towards Sandro. He sends it back. Keiko to Pablo. Now Racio. It'd be really disappointing if we conceded in the 90th minute. Malaga are the team on the attack though. Kameni puts it forward. Now Churi has it. Taking the ball out the left flank. Montoya wins the tackle. He's been very good today. Ball played forward to Halilovic. Now Munir, who's come on as a sub. Memphis to Parejo. Good little pass out there to Sequeira. Can he whip the ball in? He does. Munir's at the near post to get the winner. He's done it in the 91st minute. Coming on as a substitute to get the goal. Well, that really was almost the last kick of the game from Munir. We've managed to beat Malaga with a last-minute winner. That's exactly what we needed. It'll keep up the morale ready for that game with Real Madrid. It also means we're now 6 points clear of Malaga. We've done incredibly well to put ourselves in a position to actually come through this tie against Real Madrid. Our 2-goal advantage will hopefully be enough. We are putting the full-strength team back out there after resting a few players in the late victory over Malaga. Worth noting that Real Madrid did beat Barcelona during that same round of fixtures, so I'm hoping they're going to be drained after an El Clasico derby. They only won it by 1-0. That will hopefully have drained their energy levels quite a bit. Depay is joined by the match winner from the last game, Munir, up top, with Nani on the right. Halilovic will be on the bench for this one. Perez, Thiago and Parejo are in the middle, with Gaia, Abdenor, Garay and Cancelo making up the back four. Corner from Parejo, sent to the far post. It's come down for Perez. He's got lots of players in the box to aim for. Does send it in. It's cleared out by Carvajal. Now Modric has it. Isco. Back to the goalkeeper, Casilla. Ramos plays it forward. It's a chance for Real Madrid to build something right before half-time. Morata into Cruz. Isco. Looking dangerous with Carvajal. Isco again. Does play it down the line for Carvajal. Gaia with a crunching tackle there, and the referee's calling him over. This could be a red card. And there it is. It's a straight red card for Gaia. We're down to 10 men for the second half of this match. We still need to see out the rest of this half. It's going to be much more difficult from this position. Perez sends the ball down the line for Mangala, who's playing at left back. He manages to get the cross in. It's come out to Memphis. There's Nani, and Casilla manages to save it right in that bottom corner. Mangala's got the ball. We're 5 minutes away from a famous result. Perez's effort is blocked. It's come for Benzema. Now we need to be careful. Real Madrid are really going to come at us on the counter-attack. Bale down the line for Marcelo, who's got space and time. Beats the defender, pulls it back, and Benzema has found the bottom corner. We have 3 minutes left to hang on in this game. There's a full-time whistle. We have managed to do it. We've knocked Real Madrid out of the Copa del Rey. That is a very, very good performance, and we're starting to maybe look like we can handle ourselves against the big teams. In the last 3 matches, we beat Real Madrid 3-1, lost 1-0 at the Bernabeu, and held Barcelona to a draw at the Mestalla. We are looking much, much better after that, and next we take on Real Sociedad in the quarter-final. Well, there are wholesale changes to the team after that game against Real Madrid because we do have the first leg of the Copa del Rey quarter-final immediately following this match on the midweek fixture. That means that Gregoric, Bakali and Halovic are all going to get to start up front. The 3 that I'm expecting to be the future of the club, because Nani's already quite old, Depay's only on loan, and Munir is also on loan. We've got Delph, Thiago and Mario Suarez in the middle with Sequeira, Mangala, Santos and Cancelo making up the back 4. Diego Alves still in goal because he's fully fit. We really have to beat Deportivo de La Coruña. They're right down in the relegation zone, and we have to keep up the pressure on the teams chasing us, giving them more work to do to overhaul us and take 4th spot. Sequeira puts the ball into Bakali. He pulls it back. Fabian Delph, edge of the area, can have a go, and he's found the back of the net to put us in front. Into the 90th minute now. We really need to hang on as Nani goes on the attack. And he goes for goal, but Titon saves it. There's a full-time whistle. We have managed to get the win. Deportivo never really threatened us, but we also did ourselves no favours by only getting the 1 goal. We're having lots of shots, but they're not quite going in. It tends to be because we're shooting from distance, but we have opened up a 7-point gap over 5th place. They do have a game in hand, Celta Vigo. They can close the gap, but we're looking good 20 games in. The final match of this episode is that Copa del Rey quarter-final first leg at home against Real Sociedad. I want us to do what we did against Real Madrid and get a good win in this game so that when we go to the away leg, we're in a decent position to not have to worry about which players we use and whether everybody's fresh. Now, we do have Bakali starting on the left flank ahead of Memphis Depay, who is currently out injured for up to a couple of weeks, which is quite a big hit. We've also got Nani out on the right, Munir up top, Perez, Thiago and Parejo in the middle with Sequeira, Santos, Garay and Montoya making up the back 4, and Diego Alves in the sticks. Garay holding on to the ball, sends it across field to Santos. Now Perez, Bakali, Parejo to Thiago, slips a reverse pass in for Nani, who's found the gap at the near post. I thought he might cut it back, instead he's found the goal. Thiago, inside to Bakali, there's Munir, on to Nani, pulls it back this time and Munir is there for 2. There's a full-time whistle. We have won this game 2-0, a very good performance in a cup quarter-final. Means we can go to the away leg with confidence and hopefully put ourselves through. Also worth noting that Barcelona were held to a draw by Malaga at the Camp Nou, which means there's a chance that Barcelona could also get knocked out. It looks like Atletico Madrid will be going through, but I think that it will be a Barcelona-Atletico semi-final if both those clubs go through. So one of them will be getting knocked out after we already took out Real Madrid. Overall, we're in a pretty good position now after that victory. It means that we're in 4th place, 4 points clear of Sevilla, and the other two teams, Malaga and Celta Vigo, falling 6 points behind. We had 5 wins and 1 defeat, and that defeat was in a game that didn't ultimately cost us anything because we still managed to get through the cup. So their form has definitely recovered from the disappointing end to last episode. Now, next time out, we've got Celta de Vigo, Real Sociedad in the Copa del Rey quarter-final second leg, then Las Palmas and Real Betis. Those are 3 league games I expect us to be winning before we take on Real Madrid away from home. They will be after revenge, and I would expect us to lose that game anyway. Before we take on Deportivo Alaves, who are in 15th place, we should be winning that game as well. So there's no reason why we can't get 5 wins from the next episode at least. Overall, I think we're in very good shape. The season is progressing quite nicely. We're doing a lot better than I expected us to. I thought we'd be in Europa League places, but we are up in the top 4 right now, and hopefully we can stay there and have a really nice, good cup run in the Copa del Rey. So drop a like on the video if you enjoyed us managing to overcome Real Madrid in the cup. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see where this series is going and catch the next episode tomorrow. But until next time, see ya!